DATV, and the Greater Dayton Area League of Women Voters present Meet the Candidates, your chance to learn about the candidates running for office in the November election.
Hello and welcome to Meet the Candidates. I'm Trudy Krischer, a member of the League of Women Voters of the Greater Dayton area, and I'm here today with candidates running for the office of Huber Heights Council District 5. Let me tell you a little bit about the job. The term of office is 4 years and the salary for this position is $3,600. There are two candidates running for the one open seat for this position, and they're here with me today. These candidates are Mark Campbell to my right and Linda Morin to my left. And we are going to begin our interviews by having the candidates tell us about themselves and why they want to serve as a member of the Huber Heights City Council. And I'm going to begin with you, Linda. So
Thank you.
have, I believe, 2 minutes to tell us all about yourself.
Well, I am a military wife. My husband and I will be celebrating our 45th wedding anniversary in December. In 1990, we came from Germany on assignment, and at Wright Pat, they recommended Huber Heights. And we really looked from north to south, east to west, and we chose our house in Ward 5. And we have been there since October of 1990. We love the area, we love Ward 5, and I believe in Ward 5. I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, but I have business experience everywhere from a military, being a manager of a military organization to being a purchasing manager for a couple of corporations, a credit manager for a paper distributing corporation, a sales and marketing director, and a myriad of others. I've experienced working with people from the people down in a production floor in a manufacturing facility, all the way up to the company president. I'm used to working with teams of various background of people and forming those teams and working relationships. I want to bring that to the City Council. I believe in Ward 5, and I believe it needs a voice that will speak for the people, that want to know what the people of Ward 5 want. So I want to bring my business experience and my love for Ward 5 to City Council and for the city so that we have a better image by a unified working council. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. And now we'll turn to Mark. Same question. Tell us about yourself and why you want to serve on the Huber Heights Council.
Trudy, to begin with, I'd like to thank DATV and the League of Women Voters for giving us this opportunity this morning. I'm a lifelong resident of Huber Heights. I've lived in Huber Heights 58 years. I've raised my family. I have 5 children that range in age from 40 years old to 19 years old. All of the kids have graduated Wayne High School. My wife and I are 1976 Wayne High School graduates. I too love Huber Heights. I have a passion for Huber Heights. It is my home. I've never lived anywhere else. I have ran a successful business in Huber Heights for 40 years, so I have literally worked and lived in Huber Heights. I currently live in Ward 5, just a few homes from where I was born and raised. I've served on City Council and I have accomplishments that I've been a part of, several of which has helped quality of life and the tax base of Huber Heights grow. I'm running for Huber Heights Ward 5 Council to take the experience that I've learned over the several years I've served and apply those to District 5. District 5 is the oldest section of Huber Heights. It's the southernmost portion of Huber Heights. Areas of that is up to 60 years old. The city has done a good job at improving and maintaining the infrastructure. I would like to see more emphasis placed on that. I would like to see the Brant Pike revitalization program take place. And again, I'd like to take all the experience that I've learned and apply to projects like the Brant Pike revitalization program.
Good. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
We're going to go back and forth a little bit with the questions here, and we'll begin next with you, Mark. The question is, we know you wear a lot of hats in your role as a council member, but what do you think is the most important role that you occupy?
As a council member, we set policy and we manage and guide staff. One of our most important roles, in my opinion, is maintaining the tax base. We've done a good job with that. As we're all aware, we went through probably the worst economic time of our lifetimes back in 2007, 2008. Our city has come out very prosperous from that time. We began by acquiring our water utility, building a business park known as CenterPoint 70 that created almost 2,000 jobs. We have maintained our public safety. I think public safety is another hallmark of our community. No one wants to live in a community that's not safe. Huber Heights is and will maintain safety. I believe that what we need to continue to do is make sure that the tax base grows, not by increased taxes on the people, but by increasing the number of jobs. And I'm not talking restaurant or hospitality jobs, but good paying jobs. We need to expand upon our tax base and grow the community like we did with CenterPoint 70 and other projects.
Very good, thank you. Linda, same question to you. What do you think is the most important role of a council member?
Well, I think first and foremost is to be a voice for the people that elected you. I know that that's one of the reasons that I decided to step up, come out of my comfort zone, and run for city council, because I did not feel as a resident that there was communication with me, that I really had a voice about what was going on in the city, nor was what the city council doing communicated well to the people, that we understood where the money was being spent. So I want to be a voice for the city, the people. Yes, there has been good development, but we have a huge debt. Our debt service is growing every year. We need as a city to be more responsible, and that is with how we spend our money. And I think that is also the major role of city council, is to ensure that our money is being spent not on pet projects, but on true improvements that the city needs. Yes, we need jobs, and one of the ways to get jobs would to have city employees that aren't wearing several hats, but we need one that's totally dedicated to being in economic development and needs to go out and seek companies. We're an ideal place for a business. We're at the crossroads of America. We do have the industrial park. We have Executive Boulevard. We have lots of places yet for businesses to go. But we need someone to go out and find them and to let other companies know how great our city is and what our people can provide to their businesses when they employ our people. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. And we're going to begin now with the next question will be yours, Linda. In your opinion, what is the city's biggest challenge?
You know, that's kind of hard because living in Ward 5, I look at what has happened to the south end of town. And I believe that there is an attitude of accepted decline for the area south of town. I don't accept that. I do believe that there are solutions for the south end of town. I am a firm believer that at least starting with Bryant Pike revitalization, but even though that was presented, it's been stalled out. We need people who are willing to take a hold of that rein and get that moving forward. Again, we need someone who will look for businesses or jobs to come into empty commercial real estate that we have. Communication. Our people are not communicated with. I was frustrated as a resident that I had to go seeking out myself, trying to find out what was being discussed and that it was going to affect me. I think there needs to be better communication with the residents. And when I'm elected, positive thinking there, I do want to communicate on a weekly basis with anyone in Ward 5 who will provide me their email or a text if they want it. And I will hold regular quarterly, at least quarterly, ward meetings so people can come and face-to-face offer their suggestions. Just because you're a resident doesn't mean you don't have good ideas or couldn't improve on what City Council is working on. But we're a great city, regardless of the challenges.
Thank you. Very good. Mark, same question to you. In your opinion, what is the city's biggest challenge?
The one challenge that we need to continue to meet is public safety. We need to keep our city safe. We have done that. We need to continue to do that. Specifically in Ward 5, we need to continue reinvesting in Ward 5, the infrastructure, both water, sewer, fire hydrants. We do need to continue working with the consultants that we've hired and has recently reported back to us their findings about the Brant Pike revitalization area. The consultants had indicated to us that we needed to form public-private partnerships to make that successful and to also TIF the area, both of which the city has a lot of experience with. We also have done a piece of legislation that is going to cause our parks to be evaluated by consultants, and much input will be sought out from the residents, and we need to continue to increase and improve our quality of life. We've spent and invested monies in areas for recreation, and we need to continue to do that. I would like to see amenities continue like the Thomas Cloud Park that the city acquired. We brought back the 4th of July fireworks and the parade, and we need to continue to add grain to our city, and we do need to seek out the opinions of the voters. The residents are who will obviously make Huber Heights great and Ward 5 great. We need to build upon our successes and to continue. We have a water softening project underway. We're working with consultants in that regard. I believe our water system is top-notch. We have good quality water. The funds are stable. We have sources of revenue to cover the debt service that we have, and I would state that the city is healthy financially.
Very good. Well, we're going to return to you again for this next round, Mark. The question is about the opioid addiction problem. You know that it's impacting our entire region, so what can local government do to assist families dealing with this horrible crisis?
Well, we can work with other agencies, county, state, federal. I know that our department, our fire department, was one of the first departments to carry Narcan and to just continue the awareness, inform people. I believe that our community, although Montgomery County has suffered greatly, I think Huber Heights has been fortunate not to have suffered maybe the same level as some communities. Again, we need to continue to fund public safety. We need to have awareness programs. We need to work with the residents. It is a situation that I believe is found in all walks. It's something that in my lifetime, I don't believe I've seen an epidemic to that level. We need to continue to address that, love the people, continue to help, and just offer whatever assistance that we can.
Very good. Thank you. Linda, same thing to you, the opioid crisis.
Well, it's such a sad situation, and it speaks a lot of our society. Huber Heights, as Mr. Campbell said, we are fortunate. I don't believe we have the degree that some of the other areas in the Miami Valley have. And that is because of the strong social support that Huber Heights offers to our community. We have a lot of charitable organizations that are helping people, but we do need as a city to make sure that when someone is in crisis due to opioids, that they do know what resources there are to help them with their addictions. Our city, we should have a place that they can go, that they can find out what the resources are. I believe that our police should be trained on being able to offer that, or our EMTs also, offer that information. I am thankful for our safety division. It is a great group of people, but they are carrying a heavy burden, and I'm thankful for the charitable organizations that are helping to help people, and for the resources that even in Huber Heights that are available to help people with their addictions. Again, knowledge is the key to it, and I think that we do get the information out there. I do think our county has done a lot for helping to get the information about the opioid crisis out there. So it is big, but we are working on it.
Thank you, Linda. This next segment is about food insecurity, which is clearly a big issue in the greater Dayton area. I'll begin with you, Linda. Do you consider it a problem in Huber Heights? Food insecurity, hunger, lack of grocery stores, all the issues that go with food insecurity. And if so, what should government be doing about it?
Well, again, no area is free from these things. And I do know that we do have that, the food insecurities in our city. We do have a wonderful organization, the Fish Food Pantry, that is open, I believe, 2 or 3 days a week where people can get help. We have others. The city, again, should be a resource of where can people go to get help. Our schools, we have a great school system. I do know that they were open in the summer for families where the children were dependent on those free meals at school, and they could go there and get them. As a city, again, we help that by bringing in jobs that are sufficient to support a family so that people are not having these food insecurities. Transportation is a problem. If you look at where our larger main grocery stores are, there's only one near Ward 5, and that is a Kroger that is actually not in Huber Heights. I've heard of people who are actually doing their grocery shopping at the dollar stores. This is not good value food, and it's not produce, and we do need to work to have better transportation because it's hard to carry groceries so many miles on a bus. I am thankful for the bus stops that are being installed, that the city did work with the RTA to be able to have improved bus stops. But we do need to address good transportation so people can get to where they can buy healthy food and food that's cost effective. Thank you.
Thank you. And Mark, again to you, food insecurity and what should government be doing about it?
Well, first, my heart goes out to any child or family that does go hungry. The church I attend, I know, has a food campus and will feed a family that does reach out to us. We also contribute and donate to Fish, and I do support the St. Pete's Food Pantry. I know it's a large opportunity that's available to families in Huber Heights and the surrounding areas. Also, Councilwoman Nancy Burge has worked diligently along with others and has put together a community resource guide. This community resource guide, I think, is available throughout the city, City Hall, the fire division, and so on. The schools, I think, work hard at making sure the children are adequately fed during the school year while they're at school, as stated, even in the summertime. Again, my heart goes out. We do need to work on that continuously. That's something that I don't think will ever be completed and we can stop work. I do think that we need to continue the awareness. I think as the city continues polling residents and doing research, that we can identify families that are in need, some families that might not want to reach out, and link them up with the opportunities that are available inside the community.
Great. Thank you so much. And now it's time for our closing. We want to thank both of these candidates for being here, and we want to provide each candidate with an opportunity to make a closing statement. You have about 2 minutes. Mark, we'll start with you.
Thank you. Again, I want to thank DATV and the League of Women Voters for this opportunity. I've served the residents of Huber Heights, and I have been a lifelong resident, and my passion today is as high as it's ever been. I see the opportunities that Huber Heights has before us. I hope that I can be successful in November and can serve specifically Ward 5. The infrastructure needs to continue to be maintained. We need to continue supporting public safety so our community is safe and remains safe. We need to continue to grow jobs. The next council, I believe, will have that as its focus. We do need to have someone specific looking at economic development. We need to continue to support our staff. We have nearly 200 people that work for the city that do an excellent job. We need to continue to make sure that they're funded adequately, them and their families. We need to continue to support infrastructure that's going to cause home prices to increase. I believe that we've seen in recent months in Ward 5 house prices continue to rise. We need to continue efforts that will see that through. I know that County Corp has done programs in our Ward 5 district that has taken and refurbished homes in an effort to try to spur economic development as it relates to increased home prices. I am proud and humbled to have served. I ask for your vote November 7th. My family and I are committed to Huber Heights. It is our home. I am one of you. Thank you.
Good. Linda, it's your turn now for a closing statement.
Well, I too thank DATV and the League of Women Voters for this opportunity. I think it's time for some fresh ideas. I think it's time for someone who is focused on Ward 5. They have done a good job at developing other things in the city, but again, Ward 5 has been probably one of the most neglected. Yes, we have seen some improvements, but we need more. But more importantly, we need someone on council that is a member of Ward 5, that is in the heart of Ward 5, that has been in Ward 5, again, going on 27 years. I know what the people of Ward 5 are like because I've been there, I've lived there, and I'm one of you. I want to represent you. I am asking for your vote so that we can bring a voice of Ward 5 to the City Council, and what Ward 5 would like to see happen gets voiced. Yes, I want to see the city grow. I do want to see safety continue to be important. I voted for the income tax increase so that we would have good safety as a resident. But as a city council member, I do believe we need some oversight that we are not getting on how our money is being spent. And I'm hearing from residents, they want to see their money spent more wisely on needed projects that will improve the quality of life and improve their home prices. And not just because the general housing market is going up, but because our area has been improved. And we see some of the commercial real estate filled with prospering businesses. And that's what I would like to bring to City Council. And I thank you for your vote and the opportunity to serve you in November on November 7th. And I'm Linda Morin.
Well, thank you, Linda Morin and Mark Campbell, for your participation today, and good luck in your campaigns. I do want to say that the goal of the League of Women Voters is to educate the voting public and strengthen our elective political process. We encourage everyone to vote, and if you're interested, we would welcome you as a member of the League of Women Voters. The League of Women Voters famous electoral guide will be available in all libraries the week of October 9th. There are many ways to vote in this election. You can vote by absentee ballot by filling out the absentee ballot application sent to you from the Secretary of State. You can also vote early at your Board of Elections beginning on October the 11th. The polls open at 6:30 a.m. on Election Day, Tuesday, November 7th. We want to thank DATV for its equipment, its time, its energy, and its enthusiasm for this program. And to all of you, be sure to vote, to voice your opinion, and make our democracy work. Thank you.